Well, football season is over in Logan. The Utah State Aggies lose to Kent State in the Frisco Bowl, 51-41. Very disappointing end to a season that, to be honest, fell short of expectations.
Yeah, with the loss, the Aggies, they finished 7-6, and the way the season ended will provide some motivation for coaches and players that are returning to the program.
Certainly a lot to work on in the offseason. Coming into the season, special teams and defense were expected to be a strength of the team. In the bowl game, both were awful. Bad kickoffs put the defense in tough spots, especially that one late after the Aggies got within 3. And the defense gave up 550 yards of total offense to a team that was 77th in the nation in total offense. They averaged just 393 points per game until they played the Aggies. Too many points allowed, too many third down conversions allowed, too many missed tackles. Gary knows it's on him to get this fixed.
We didn't play good on defense. 51 points. I mean, I know some of those came from bad field positions and some unbelievable things that took place, and so we need to be in a position to help them be in better field position. But those scenarios and those situations with the bad kicks and what have you didn't put 51 points up on the board. So we got our work cut out for us in that area. But I know we're gonna have a bunch of kids that are gonna come back and fight, and I just appreciate that. That group of seniors was battling on that defense for us. There were some corners that have played a bunch of games out there, a bunch of D linemen that played a bunch of games and fought their tails off. And to have them go out in the last game and have 51 on the board is really, really hard for me to sit back and see. I feel like I let them down because they got 51 points in the bowl game on us, and that's it's not good. It's not a good feel. It's not a good taste for a coach that cares about the kids. I don't want to see that.
Certainly, you don't want to dwell on losses. The Aggies won't be doing any of that. Coach Anderson will begin the process of moving forward, evaluating every part of the program, from the film guys to himself. If changes need to be made, he's prepared to make those.
You learn you got a whole bunch of new kids in this program, and they have to understand that it will get much more difficult as we move ourselves into year 2, because it needs to. We need to gain some physicality. We need to gain a bunch of strength. We're a tough team. You don't do what we did and win as many close ball games as we won without being a tough team. But there's places where the youth needs to step up and grow. So all those things combined. But again, it starts with me and dissecting myself and make sure that I'm doing what I tell these kids I do every day for them, which is give my best shot.
He always talks about us bonding and coming together as a team, like being more than just a team, being a family. And I think that's something that we got to work on the off season.
We break out as Mountain West champs and champs every week. I feel like we got to get everybody to buy into that and really believe that. And I think that can start with us. We got to get everybody on board. And I want to get this taste out of my mouth for the seniors too, because I feel like I let them down. I know that next year we're going to come back harder, especially with this man next to me.
We are the champions playing in the Kent State locker room during the press conference. They are also chanting winning team, losing team in the Kent State locker room. This was painful. The Frisco Bowl was the final game for Jordan Love. Before leaving for the NFL, he played one more game in an Aggie uniform, and he played well, 30 of 39 for 317 yards and 3 touchdowns. He also became the Aggies' all-time leader in total offense. He will go down as the best quarterback in school history and leaves big shoes to fill next season.
I came here, when I came on my visit, he was my host, so me and him automatically had a bond, and it's been like that for the past 2 years now. And seeing him go it's a little, it hurt a little bit, but he got to keep moving on.
I'm sure he's down there, and it's really hard for him to be able to deal with. But his legacy will be here forever, and we're excited to watch him, jump into his next adventure. And I love Jordan Love, just like I love every one of those young men that aren't going to be back with us. But it's been a grind of a year for Mr. Jordan Love, and he's always stayed so positive. It's fun to see him have some success in his last game, but he would take a horrible game for a victory. I can guarantee you that. But I thought he was very impactful in that football game tonight.